Now, a 17-year-old girl who says she was exposed to horrific images on a smartphone during the school day has joined forces with two dads to bring legal action against the Education Secretary.
Yeah, Will Orr-Ewing and Pete Montgomery want smartphones banned in schools in England, and they claim that current guidance, which allows head teachers to set their own policy, is unlawful and unsafe for children. And Flossy agrees with that. She joins us now alongside Will. Morning to both of you.
Morning.
So, Flossy, you're 17 now.
Yes.
But you're only too aware yourself of what you've seen and experienced about the risks of smartphones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What happened just after you started secondary school?
Yeah, so moving from primary school, which I grew up without a smartphone, to the drastic change to secondary school, I got a cell phone. Within about 3 months, I had been shown horrific videos from social media, Twitter, pornographic videos, which, you know, an 11-year-old shouldn't be seeing. Yeah, so I saw a particularly bad video when I got off the school bus. It wasn't actually on my phone. It was showed to me like that in my face. And it was so horrific. The producers have actually asked me not to share what it is. I had to go home from school because it was disturbed me so much. And that's happening like every day, like all the time. Also in school, like AirDrop is a massive thing. So obviously the appeal is to, you know, share something where you can get everyone's live reaction. It does happen at home, but, you know, people want to see a massive reaction from 30 kids in one classroom.
So AirDrop being, for people who are watching might not know, is where you can get sent an image or a video without clicking on it or choosing. It just kind of appears sent from somebody else. Yeah.
Flossy, what was it? Obviously, you had a huge reaction to seeing something really horrible. What was it about that then made you think, I'm going to do something about this, instead of just staying upset or angry? What made you take the next step?
So I've already gone through school with a smartphone. Obviously, the policy was see it, hear it, lose it. But, you know, teachers, it's very difficult to police that all the time. There's toilets, there's before school, when you're all together in the classroom before your lesson starts. In the corridors, there's so many people that the cameras can't pick it up. Teachers don't notice. So we're constantly on our mobile phones. And I just thought, like, you know, the amount of kids being exposed to such horrific things and, you know, phones being very distracting from classrooms, I feel like kids would benefit so much more by just not having them in school.
Well, you're already campaigning on this. What does it mean to you have the support of a 17-year-old as part of your action?
It's incredible. And she's so courageous and she speaks so eloquently about it. So we're just so encouraged to be able to show that it's not just two dads, but we're actually speaking on behalf of hundreds, if not hundreds of thousands of young people today.
Why did you decide to take legal action?
Well, I'm a former teacher, so I understand and I'm interested in schools. But I'm really here as a dad. I've got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. So they're still pretty young, but it's only a few years until people in their year group will be bringing phones to school. And it just breaks my heart that we're going to be doing everything we can at home to keep our kids safe. And we'll hold out as long as we possibly can before giving them a smartphone. But then, you know, they go on a school bus, they're in the school playground, and something happens like it did to Flossy. And then all of that work that we've been putting in is just sort of undone in a moment. And I think that's just happening to families across the country at the moment.
Even on school buses, like I know there was a talk about using pouches. Even on the way from school to the school bus, some kids have, you're still as compact as you are in a classroom. You're with more people, really, because you're walking to the bus and then getting on the bus, spending however long you do. It can just, happen just like a classroom. And something actually like quite heartwarming is, so my school has now banned smartphones completely. And there's 2 local kids, year 7s, on my school bus. And it was just so refreshing to see them actually having a conversation on the bus, because they don't have phones. Actually laughing, talking, which is like shockingly so rare for me to see, because I've gone through school, getting on the bus and watching everyone.
Flossie saying that her school's banned them.
Yeah.
But we've covered here in the past that lots of schools trying lots of different things. You say there needs to be a blanket ban.
Nationwide ban, yeah. This is the thing. So some schools are moving, like Flossy School, in the right direction. But at the moment, it's about 80% of schools still have the former policy in Flossy School, which is phones should not be seen or heard.
But a blanket ban would still mean they were on the bus home, wouldn't it? Or bus stop?
Wherever a school has duty of care, that is where we're saying that we should get rid of smartphones and move to a brick phone only policy. So when you're in the family home, if a parent wants to buy their child a smartphone, that's on them. But as soon as a child leaves the duty of care of their home to the duty of care of the school, which is ultimately the state, we're saying that in their current form, phones are just too harmful for that to be sensible.
OK, thank you both. We will keep across how it all goes. But thank you for now. Thanks very much indeed.